What's happening, guys? It's Powerbang. Welcome back to another Rules of Survival episode. We're diving in right now. We are going to be checking out the AKM with the Hellfire skin today in Rules of Survival, dropping into Bitter Lake here. This gameplay was recorded just a little bit earlier. I don't know why I had a feeling. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to flip it on and record. What the heck? So here we go, dropping in. We see at least 9 people dropping in with us, and the building we're going for, of course, is occupied by somebody else. So we divert path here. We go to the house next door knowing that we've got people danger close. I'm going to go through the window and try to secure weapons and armor and all that good stuff as soon as possible. Of course, the window doesn't break. You guys ever had that problem? I'm always punching windows and it's either lag or something's going on, but it doesn't break right away. Sometimes that's frustrating. So right away I hear some people. I see a guy outside with no weapon. He sees me and he's trying to dodge. I'm reloading real quick. At first I didn't know if he had a weapon. Now I'm pretty sure he does not. So I've got him pinned down. And, unfortunately, he's going to actually sneak by right as I pull out my Molotov here. I get a couple shots off on him. He's going to make it by. Lucky dog. And just little stutter step there. Jukes by. I'm not able to get the kill. And I'm like, man, rough start to this game. So I'm just like, you know what? He doesn't have a weapon. I'm going to jump out. I'm going to charge him. Have a little lag spike here. And it's like, all right, whatever. So finally kill him, and check that out. The message customized to the chat. Powerbang. YouTube uses the AKM Hellfire to take out Chippy or whatever his name was. Anyways, cool customized flashing orange message getting the attention of everybody on the screen. Thought that was pretty freaking cool. So we've got a house kind of on lockdown at this point. We know there's probably 8 or 9 people still in the area, so I'm going to continue to loot, try to hold down my area, and we'll just keep our eyes and ears open for what's going on in the chat right now. Or in the game, not in the chat. So we got a fire next door. So we know there's a guy in the house. Heard a shotgun blast over there, and it was close. Now we got a vehicle coming up, looks like across the bridge and around Bitter Lake. And I'm like, you know what? I might be able to pick him off. I'm going to jump out the window. If he decides to stop at the house next door, I'm going to shoot him. So I hop out, and it doesn't look like he stops. He's just going to go up the hill, keep going, so I don't worry about it anymore. Now at this point, there's a ruckus in the house. You can hear people looting in there. There he is. Sup, dog? Couple headshots there, and you have no friends. Your friends no longer have you. What can I say? What can I say? Bada bing! So anyways, he goes down. He has a load of loot, and we're able to go ahead and capitalize on that. Getting pretty well geared right away. And now I see footsteps of somebody coming into my house. I'm ready for them. And before they're able to turn on me, I get the drop on them and drop them really quickly. So GG's on that. I decided, you know what? I'm going to close this door, regroup. I'm going to loot for a second, reload my weapons, and I'm loving this skin, guys. It's popping up that custom message to the chat, letting everybody know who's boss and who they got to fear later on in the map. So reloading's going on right now, and obviously I chose the AKM to get as my first like big time skin because I use the weapon all the time. One of my favorite guns behind probably the M14 EBR and possibly the AN94, but I really like the AKM due to its power. It is one of the strongest assault rifles in the game. It does huge damage and can even one-shot people to the head if they don't have head armor on, and that's the type of power I'm looking for, is to just stop people in their tracks. So at this point, I decided, you know what, 3 kills. Let's go ahead and get out of Bitter Lake. There's only 59 left. I'm just going to swim straight across the river. And right here, I see people running up the ridge. They're little white dots in the middle of the screen. And right here, I decide, you know what? I'm going to take aim. And this decision right here saves the game for me. I said, you know what? I'm not going to shoot. I'm going to leave him. I'm going to continue on, work my way towards the crate that is down in the middle of the field right across from Bitter Lake, rather than engage and give away my position. So I approached the crate. I decided to do it from the trench, the little aqueduct or whatever that's running through the middle of this field. Irrigation ditch, I guess you would call it. I know that there's a crate here, so highly likely that I'm going to be in a firefight, so I pop an energy drink. And now it's time to clear around the crate and make sure that there's no one doing what I would do, which is basically put a scope on it and figure out who was going to go for that thing first. But luckily, I saw this thing drop from Bitter Lake. We're able to go over, pick up the 4x scope and the M249 plus a ghillie suit, and just in time, we bail and jump back into the ditch as a car approaches, so we end up reloading the weapons, and now we're kind of waiting. We know exactly where they're going, and luckily we got out of there just in time. So as I peek, I've got the holographic sight on my AKM. I intended to have the 4 times, and it kind of threw off my aim a little bit here. We're able to drop this guy anyways. Hit a gong goes down, and Powerbang getting that screen flashing up on, that big old orange notice popping on the screen. We switched the 4 times to the AKM, and now we're able to lock in on a whole lot of people converging on this location. We see fire going off, a guy crossing the duct right now. We're able to take him down from distance, and then we know there's more people coming from the right as well. We see one guy coming down the ridge right now, and this fight I thought was going to cost me the game. We get a couple shots off on him. He's got about half health left. I know he's going to medkit, so I try to push him a little bit, or at least get an angle to where I can shoot around this haystack. Now, unfortunately, these haystacks, apparently they're made of lead or concrete or something. You simply can't get a shot off on him. He heals up, he peeks me, and I know he's there, but check this out. I fire at him, and I can't get through the haystacks, even around the side of it, not getting any hit markers. And so I'm like, uh-oh, if I die to this, I'm going to be pissed. So as he continues to peek, I continue to fire. I even have to reload here. And finally, I feel like, oh my god, I got an angle. Okay, 1 headshot, and then there's another headshot. We take him down, couple more headshots. I blew off his helmet, and we finally end his life. Now, at this time, I was like, you know what? I fired at that guy for way too long. I'm going to get shot. People know I'm here. Guy rolls up in a car, and again, back-to-back fights. We're going to take aim at him. Headshot, headshot, headshot. He hops out of the vehicle. We put another one on him and drop him as well. We're up to 7 kills already, just a few minutes into this fight, so it's like, holy cow. People are dropping fast. So at this point, again, I'm just trying to clear the area. I want to work my way around the crate, and I've had a fast and furious, steady stream of people crashing on this thing. And I'm like, you know what? Why stop now? Send some more at me. So I hear a car coming. I regret this play a little bit because, it was a missed opportunity. Obviously, he's going for the crate. He has no idea what's happened. And I just decide, you know what? I'm going to go for the Hail Mary trick shot here and try to pop him in the head as he drives by. But the connection, as you can see, is kind of laggy. And I'm at 148 millisecond ping right now, and that's just not real good. So, should have waited for him to get out at the crate and then taken fire at him. Got my 8th kill there. But you know what? That's okay. We'll live to fight another day here. He's going to continue to drive on. Who knows where he's going to go? We'll probably come across him later in the match. So I'm checking across the river right now, making sure nobody's looking at me. I kind of felt like there might be, and I don't see anybody. I want to make sure I check the top of the bridge as well to make sure that nobody is like running across the top of the trusses up there. I see a guy running down the ridge over here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. He's down. So shots on target from across the map there. The AKM Hellfire dropping Ray Wang. And we're on a roll, guys. 8 kills now, 35 left to go. And at this point, I'm starting to get a little bit concerned about my ammunition situation in my AKM. I did pick up the M249, which is hogging a lot of the bullets. And I really wanted to pick up some rifle ammo at this point. But other than that, looking pretty good. I'm wondering at this point, like, I need to start moving on here. We need to get to the next crate. It is over on the coastline, just a little bit further down. So I set my mark down towards Rust Bay, between Rust Bay and Safe Store. I see the crate over there. It's time to head out towards it. So we're just going to go on foot, trying to make sure we don't get popped from across the river. We did receive shots from over there 1 time. So I'm checking to make sure nobody's there. And it does not look like there is. So we're just going to peace out at this point and head on over. So again, I'm expecting just like endless amount. It's like the zombie horde, man. Just coming down the hill here, attacking, and we're just kind of rolling with it basically and taking out whoever we can. So my goal is here is to try to do the same thing I did at this one, right? Secure the area, but as we're rolling over to the next crate, we hear a car behind us, and it's like, oh crap, I'm in a bad spot. So I immediately run up the ridge to high ground, not knowing who's up there, if it's clear. All I know is that there is a car coming, and he has gotten out. It's almost as if he had a bead on me, like he knew where I was, or he saw what was going on. It might have been the guy that I shot at that was coming by earlier. There he is. You can see him outside of his car. I missed this in the live gameplay. Not sure what I was doing, but he definitely sees me. I check out the next crate location, and I start getting shot up from right next to me. This is the spot. I did not know if it was clear. Now that I fired at this guy, you know that I'm spotted by this guy down the way. You see him in his car. He fires at me, and I'm like, oh, crap. He is out of render distance all of a sudden as soon as I look for him, although he has not moved. So that kind of played tricks on my eyes a little bit there, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna heal up. Wait for the sound. Right here. You hear the car, and I'm like, oh, crap. I look at my bullets. I got 26 left in the AKM. I was like, I'm switching to the 249. I know he's coming uphill in a slow vehicle, so he won't have the speed to actually take me out. I sit there, take the shots. I'm crossing my fingers the gas doesn't kill me, and we do get the kill on him. A little bit lucky there, but that was actually a calculated risk. Rather than dodge, not having a shotgun in tow, I decided, knowing that my M249 was on single, it was going to be a quick switch trying to heal up. I just said, you know what? I'm going to sit there. I'm going to fire at him just like the movies, and we're going to take him down. So we actually loot him, get some good stuff there, replace some armor, and we are on our way. Up to 10 kills now, and we still have 23 now remaining. We pop our 11th kill, taking out a guy trying to hide out in the building down below. And I see another guy running across the field over to the right. He sees me as well. Sees me first, to be honest with you. Gets me super low. I'm still in the gas. We take him out as well. And oh my gosh, we're up to 12 kills now, and we're still gonna heal up in this gas. I've got my last med kit that I've just used, and now it's time to bandage a little bit. So at this point, I'm like, all right, I gotta heal up just to a moderate level and get out of the gas. I'm gonna hop on the motorcycle that's down by this house. I don't know that it's there yet. My goal was just to run down towards the crate, but right now I see the motorcycle, and I'm like, you know what? Let's go grab that. Let's go hop on that hog, and we're gonna ride on out of town into the sunset. So all is well. I know there's really nobody in these houses because they would have returned fire by now. You know, I was a little bit cautious, but I didn't hear anything. I knew that they would have probably returned fire, multiple engagements that had gone out there. So I felt pretty confident that that was empty. So here we go, hopping on the hog. I see another car already on the map, and I'm like, oh God, more action. This is crazy packed gameplay so far. And I'm immediately just gonna kind of get up to a spot where I feel like I can heal. I see that there is a bush up here that's got great cover. I parked the bike under it, and I'm going to go ahead and heal up, bandage up, before I move on about my journey. So at this point, I'm like, okay, let's check the ground, the surrounding area, make sure that we don't have anybody like danger close that's pushing us. But once we get bandaged up, we can hop on the bike, move a little bit further down in the safe zone, get to the next ridge that's going to be closer to the small circle up next. We'll get to high ground and kind of look over some of the houses that are down there. So here it is, continuing to mark the map, kind of where I want to go. We get to this ridge that I was talking about, and we're just going to kind of look around. Now, I made a mistake here. It wasn't on purpose, but as I'm running around, I'm still trying to set my interface to an ideal spot where I'm not accidentally like firing and doing weird stuff. But as I'm zooming in, I'm trying to clear the houses. I'm checking windows, making sure people aren't there. And here we go. We're running around up top. There it is. Firing into the ground. And I'm like, oh no, I've given away my position. I was quiet up until that point. I immediately hear people driving up the backside of the mountain, and I hear the car stop. So I'm like, ah, crap. They are going to push me. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead, bandage up, get that heal over time cooking, and I know that they're probably pushing my location as we speak, and it's going to be where they last heard the gunfire, which is basically where I'm standing. So I decide to flank around. And, oh, there's a guy on the ridge right here. He gets a sniper shot off on me. Thank God for my armor. He breaks my chest armor. It's red now. But there's the guy pushing my exact spot. We do take him out. Get kill number 13, kill number 14. Holy crap, the gas is advancing. I'm lit up right now. No med kits. We're able to go ahead, loot, grab the med kits, heal up. Get some, ammo, get some, hopefully, some repaired armor, which we do find on the guy. We get another level 2 armor that they were able to put on in place, and then it's time to get on the bike and head on down the hill to get into another ridge where we're going to clear, hopefully, the blue zone the poison that's coming in, we want to make sure there's nobody behind us that's going to creep up, because ultimately I've got to get to the safe zone, which is 87 meters down the ridge, and I know that there's multiple houses and structures down there where I'm going to have my attention focused on that area 100%. So the last thing I want to do is have people sneaking up behind me as I approach, so I wait until the zone closes in. I make sure that nobody's coming out of these houses behind us, nobody's out there hiding in the gas, but we've got 8 people left. That's still quite a few people. Not a lot of great hiding places except for the ones that I feel like that are right down in front of me in those houses or across the river right now. But the across the river folks are going to get squeezed here momentarily. So that's kind of what's going through my head right now. I'm just checking the houses. I'm really just looking for movement. Anybody running around down there that I can pop from this mountainside. But unfortunately, I see nothing. The gas comes in. I know there's nobody behind me now. It's time to go. So we're going to head down the hill, just riding the edge of the cloud here. Yeah, not too shabby on the timing there at all. We get to the safe zone. We are now safe, and it looks like we are on the edge of the next safe zone as well. So I know I can hole up in this house in front of me, which is ideal because it's got a great view of the bridge and anybody coming across it from the other side that's trying to get over here to Safe Store or, Rust Bay. So Molotov into the house, trying to clear it, seeing if I can get any damage or flush anybody out to the point where I can hear footsteps. But I don't hear anything, so I think, you know what? I think this house is clear. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 95. Probably would have seen some action by now, probably would have had some engagement, probably would have heard him. Molotov even might have hit him, but no such luck. So here we go. We're going to be taking a peek across the bridge at this point. And of course, there's a shelf above my head right now, and I can't stand up, and there's somebody coming. Like, it was perfect timing. I put my crosshair on the guy's head, and it clips the fence as he's coming across. So glitches out a little bit on the hitboxes, so that was a little unfortunate. I get a couple more shots off on the guy. Goes out of render distance, but I do get some shots off on the car. He is forced to kind of go off onto the other side of the map and play a distraction for me, which is great. But now that I've fired, I've given away my position. Anybody that's on the other side of these houses knows I'm there, and I kind of expect an engagement once I go out of the house here in just a moment. The safe zone is creeping up. I've got 20 meters to get to the next one, which is outside of the house, so my house will fall out of the safe zone, and we're going to switch right now for in-game. We're switching over to the shotgun just in case we have any close encounters. Getting rid of the M249. Light machine gun is ditched at this point. It kind of was dual purpose there with my AKM so far. I knew I was going to be outside for the most of this game, so the shotgun really wasn't necessary until late game here. But again, as we're kind of posted up, I'm waiting for somebody to come across the bridge. I'm trying to check the houses next door for movement, listening for sound, and of course, as soon as I look out one window, here comes another car. This time, no obstructions. 1 headshot, 2 headshots. Unfortunately, we can't land the last couple shots needed. We fire a couple more, but we know that this guy just killed somebody with an SUV. I figure that he's the guy that's doing it since he's in an SUV and where he's actually going to die in just a moment. 4 people left in the game, and that means there's 3 people going up against me at this point. It's time to go. Safe zone is closing. We cross and immediately hop into the building across the way. Again, I've had eyeballs on this and have not. There's the guy that just died right there. AN-94 to kill Sosat. And I know right now that the guy in the yellow rig is down, but unfortunately, that might play tricks on me here in just a moment. So, chilling in the house. I'm just trying to get a good vantage point out the window. Checking to see, basically where that guy in the yellow SUV was driving to. Looking to see if the guy with the AN-94 is over there. Perhaps he took the vehicle. I don't know what's going on. But all I know is the safe zone is about to collapse once again. So I need to keep moving towards it. And the zone this time was not friendly to me. It was 2 houses over, and I couldn't be in either house. So I clear the way, and I'm going to hop out the window here in just a moment when this safe zone collapses. So checking for any increased armor. I've got level 2 on, and find another level 2 armor and helmet. But, no improvement. So we're actually going to try to go out the window here. Crazy thing is, like, when I watch this again, right here, you're actually able to see one of the guys, far left-hand portion of the screen. You can see him crawling up the riverbank. So I thought there might have been a guy just chilling in the SUV, so I put some shots on it, and he is not there. That's where I thought the AN-94 guy might have been. but he is not there. I know there's nobody off to my right. I just came from that way and cleared it the whole way. There's the guy on the left on the riverbank. I do see him in the replay. I did not see him live. Should have seen that guy. Bad vision on my part, but the interface buttons were kind of like distracting a little bit, and I think that's where my thumb was actually in the way over that guy when I was controlling the game. So, unfortunately, I don't see him. Continuing to kind of just stay on the move. I'm going to be the aggressor. I want to get off the better shot, so I'm staying crouched. I'm crouch running and just kind of looking around right now, making sure like nobody's creeping around. I figure at this point there's proners in the grass. They've got to be just like chilling, and you know, they're out here somewhere. I see some movement here, and I thought, you know, maybe there's some people in the grass, so I try to get a lock on with my sight. Unfortunately, I do not. Action over to my left. I see them, and there we go. Boom, boom, boom. One down, and I see the other guy as well. I've got a beat on him. I put my crosshair right on his head. Nothing. Ground. Nothing. Nothing. I'm like, oh God, am I gonna die here? I get shot, and I was like, okay, I can get shot, you can get shot, and boom, got him. Let's go ahead and get to my live reaction as I finish this game. Thank you guys for watching. Woo! You can't stop me now, baby! Thanks for watching, guys. Tune in next time for another episode of Rules of Survival. Powerbang flexing on them. Like the video if you loved it, and come back next time for some more AKM super awesome, flaming, amazing skins. All right, guys. See you later. Powerbang signing out.